Hello, everybody. This is Deb Coviello, and I just want to thank you for joining me on Drop In CEO Live Talk Media. I'm grateful that you have taken the time to not scroll by and take a moment for yourself. Honestly, take a moment for yourself. Take a breath, stop, pause, reflect, because this time is for you. And what we're going to do is start with a well thought out question that I want you to take note of. I'm going to ask you the question, and it probably won't make sense right now. But when I finish what I want to share with you today to get you to think differently, I'm going to ask that question of you again. So, you ready? So, here's the question: Where do you want to go from here? Where would you like to go from here? And I'll tell you, I cannot take credit for that. Ari Galper, he was recently a guest on my podcast. It's going to be airing in several weeks. It's a very, very critical question, forgive me, when it comes to showing up and understanding the value of the conversation you've just had and where do you want to go from here. So, this week I am talking about giving your team the freedom to do the job that you task them with so that you can have peace of mind. And I will share with you that I have actually been a little bit off track. I think that transparency is really valuable as I am also on my journey as you as well. So, I think I'll share a little bit about my story, but as I share this and I reel in the CEO's Compass, Your Guide to Get Back on Track, my book that has just come out as a resource for you. The CEO's Compass I have had to use when I need to potentially give the team that I am working with freedom to do their job and have peace of mind. So let's get into this really. I recently have had a challenge. I love podcasting and the process by which we need to engage with all of the potential guests and the scheduling and getting their assets. And then once we have the interview, all of that time getting it into production and ultimately creating the assets and the programs that you have enjoyed. So, hey, I have had issues too. But as I think about the CEO's compass, again, true north is peace of mind on the compass. Let me pull out three compass points that I think will help you give your team the freedom to do their job so that you can have peace of mind. So let's start with the first one: a clearly articulated purpose for the work that needs to be done. And I know we have those, but sometimes maybe we forget to pull them out, dust them off a little bit, and think, yes, this is we are still on the right track. This is the purpose. And so this is the northwest compass point is purpose. So making sure that that's vividly in your eyes, because if you can see it, then you can articulate it and paint the picture for others. Because when they know where we're going, you can trust that they're going to do everything they can to help you get there. And that ultimately, when you have a clearly articulated purpose on the northwest corner, ultimately that's going to get you to peace of mind. So remember, purpose, have one, and then make sure your team clearly understands it. So let's to go on to the next one. Ask your people if they have everything they need to achieve maximum performance. Performance, that's another compass point. That is the Northeast. Again, just imagine Northeast, Northeast compass point, performance. And so often in the language of business, we say performance is getting those results. Hey, if I get two guests book a week and they have an audience over 10,000 people, we can check the box and say that we have achieved the results. But I beg you, performance is so much different. It is having that purpose, but then when you task the people on their team, do they understand their role relative to that purpose? And then you have to, as a leader, ask that question, even though they should be asking, I need this and I need that. Do you have everything you need to succeed on this project? And then you get the person to think a little bit. And then they might say, I've never actually had training in this. Could I pair up with somebody and learn a little bit more so I'm prepared for going into this project? Or can you show me your process and then that'll help me evolve mine? Ask your people, do they have everything they need to succeed? And you will see that the gaps that you identify, you close those gaps. Then they understand that they can be successful, aligned on that purpose to achieve that outcome. So performance, think about it a little bit differently. Do your people have everything they need to succeed? And finally, the last compass point for this situation that I had to pull out, platform. Platform is the southernmost compass point, and it's often referred to in the quality or continuous improvement world as tools. Do we give our people the right tools? It's an Excel spreadsheet. Do we have the right ERP system, a CRM, whatever that is? Do we have the latest and greatest tool so that they could be able to do their job efficiently? No, that's not what platforms are. Because as we evolve our people, and we talk about that in the people compass point, and we help them to interact with their environment, that's the process compass point. Platforms are those tools that they need that as they're getting into their work and trying to achieve that purpose, do they have tools like accountability? Can they stay on track? Do they have good project management skills? Do they have the ability that as more things come at them to make good decisions and prioritize? They might not have them. We shouldn't assume. And finally, just being able, if there is a conflict, just giving them a roadmap to discuss where there might be an issue or a gap and ways to get through that. Because otherwise, they're going to say, Deb, do you have a minute? And they close the door behind you. That's what happens when we don't give our people the right platforms for them to be able to perform independently against that purpose. So, for this lesson today, purpose, performance, and platforms may be the compass points that prevent you from having the freedom you need to trust your team and ultimately have peace of mind. So let's come back to my story a little bit because I think it's rather amusing. I have an amazing, amazing group of people in my marketing wing of the Drop In CEO brand. And I met with them and we talked about what is the purpose that I'm trying to achieve using my skills to just simply have amazing conversations with guests on my show and elevate them so they can shine, as well as continuing a relationship and potentially some business development work. We met a few times. I explained the outcome and the purpose. We talked about what did they need from me in order to do their job. And oh my, I am saying right now, I am moving towards peace of mind because the team is performing. I get the great opportunity just to sit down and converse with people that would provide value to you. And so that's the lesson today. But now I turn to you and ask you the question. First of all, do you give your team the freedom to have peace of mind? Contemplate that a little bit. But here's the greater question. Now that we've spent a little bit of time with each other, and maybe I've given you some actionable tips, the CEO's Compass, your guide to get back on track, the book is a resource for you for which you can chart your own journey and get back to peace of mind. But now that we've spent this time together, where do you want to go from here? Where do you want to go from here? And so that's my time with you. Thank you so much. I ask that if you want to connect with me, you can email me, message me on LinkedIn. Let's just start a conversation, go back and forth a little bit. And if you're looking for a great resource over here, the CEO's Compass, your guide to get back on track, I've gotten a lot of great feedback, and maybe I could be that resource for you. So I wish you continued success and hope we talk again soon. Take care.